And we're back. My name is Jay Weidner. We're listening to Smoke and Mirrors Radio Hour. Mickey Hart playing the drums behind us. I want to remind you again that we have Sacred Mysteries has a couple of three interesting new films coming out. We have Infinity, the Ultimate Trip Journey Beyond Death, which is going to be, or is, my newest film. Is a spectacular film, I think, about life after death. We also have Sophia Returning, The Path to Planetary Tantra, with John Lash, who wrote the great book Not in His Image, a book I highly recommend. I'm going to have John on the program soon. And then we have, from last night, Dr. Pedram Shojai, his new 3-part, most comprehensive Qigong video series ever made, shot in beautiful Big Sur, and those will also be available in just a few weeks. So go to sacredmysteries.com and check it out for yourself and join the School of Sacred Mysteries. And it's all about spiritual survival. We have physical survival and a lot of physical survivalists living out in the woods with their guns and everything. But we're talking about spiritual survival, where maybe you don't need so many guns. What do you think, Sharron?
That's quite amusing. Yes, there have been, I'm trained in the traditions of Tibet. In Tibet, there are teachings where you are taught to live ingesting light. You are taught to keep warm by raising your inner fire. And that's something I wanted to bring up with you when you were talking about Fulcanelli the other night, and that he says that in nature, in fire, nature is renewed whole. And some people might think that, that means there's going to be a great big solar flare that's going to come and we're all going to be burned to ashes and then start over. But there is something else, as we well know, called the inner fire. And that inner fire is the Kundalini energy. Again, the Shakti, that energy of the feminine force, that is the enlivening and rejuvenating force in everything. And so why does it have to be that's going to be, the big horrible catastrophe? Why can't it be that people will finally understand, wake up to their inner fire and burn away all the dross, all the demons, all the negativity that has been accumulated from this whole time, this whole yogic cycle, and begin anew.
So we should, in a way, we're going to go through like a kind of a spiritual purging here. Maybe that's what's going on, in fact.
That's what I feel is happening. You could just look around you. All of the lies, they're coming out.
They are.
Especially through the Internet. The lies are there for everyone to see. We don't have the same, there are still people that do, there are still people that follow like little sheep anything that they hear on the media and live their lives in constant state of crisis and terror because, tomorrow they're going to get the swine flu or they think they're going to get this or that. But, I feel that it's time for us to start living our lives as in a way that, turn off the television, except for things that really uplift you. Why live our lives in fear? Why we're being so alienated from each other we can't even sit around and talk to each other. Instead, we think it's some kind of great community thing to sit together and watch TV.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about TV is you have 60 million people all doing the same thing alone.
Right.
It's really bizarre if you think about it.
Well,
they're all doing the same thing, but they're all alone in their living room. They're not with each other. But they think that they're with other people and that they're having a shared experience, when really none of that is going on at all. They just think it is. And it's replacing family, and it's replacing friends, and it's creating loneliness and a lot of things. And so yeah, you're right. I think we need to pick and choose what we watch. I think that's the key. That's one of the things that the internet allows you to do, is pick and choose what you want. And I think you need to be careful what you're watching, what you're doing, because there's a lot of bad things out there, and a lot of people try to manipulate you and turn you into something that they think is important when actually it isn't.
Well, they're turning you into a little consumer. Little consumer.
Yeah, that's for sure. So you wanted to mention something that the Cliff High or Cliff Redbot or whatever.
Well, we've read his report, and they can be, I think he gives this warning in the beginning, like if you have a bad heart, don't read this. And then he goes on. But he does have these glimmers of light in there. And one of them I found was, he said there's going to be the emergence of a feminine, intergenerational feminine collective that was going to have major impact on altering the landscape of society. And I feel, it's funny because I remember in college I went to see the play Lysistrata, Greek play about how the women withhold sex from all the men and the war ends. They won't. And that one came up here again this week. So women have this incredible power to affect reality. And you know that. And I really believe that it's time